All right. So in this video, we'll understand a little more on what are containers and how they are created. Now we talked about containers, but we compared more with why do we need it from the perspective. In this video, our insight would be more to understand of how they created and why they are so popular, kind of. So first thing, what is a container? Now, generally, if you compare a container to a VM, right? VMs are generally OS volume of a VM you would see starting for at least in today's world about a few GBs going up to uh, to a few TBs also you would see. Uh, Generally, if you look at container images, you'll start looking at it from few MBs going up to few hundred MBs kind of sizing. So they are lightweight. They are much lighter than as compared to virtual machine. Resource-wise, startup period-wise, right? You know how much time it takes for OS to come up, how much, and as compared to container, container simply comes up like a service. So if you start some service, right, in Linux or in Windows, right, they just come up, right? So that's how they come up very easily. So they're lightweight. They're very less resource consumption as compared to a virtual machine, and the start period is also very low. So that's why they can come up very easily. So they are lightweight, you can say, and each container has its own isolation. Like how if I run an application A in virtual machine one and application two in virtual machine B, right? They applications will never conflict with each other because they have separate operating system. Same way, isolation is provided inside the uh, containers also. So if I'm running two containers, one running maybe uh, application version one, another one running application version two, they are isolated. They will never conflict with each other. So that brings in that kind of each container runs its in isolated environment. So that's it. Isolation component of it. That's what it brings in. Now, next is, as I said, they are lightweight, so they can come up very easily. So, the efficiency is very nice to come up, go away when not required. They generally share the operating system kernel, right, and resources from the OS it runs in, the host environment, and the actual container, right? It just carries the application code, runtime environment, whatever system tool, libraries, settings needed for the application. That's what is there actually inside the container, and the kernel generally comes in from the host. So that's why it's very light and efficient to run. Okay. Now, besides that, they can be scaled horizontally. So I can have let's say for example I'm running a web server on a container. I can run 10 containers or 100 containers depending upon requirement. So that is easily possible. So that's the scalability part. So and they are very lightweight and efficient to run. So we'll understand a little more as we go. But this was just to introduce to how what are containers. In the next video, we'll understand how to create it. So that's going to be a demo where we're going to launch a VM and you're going to run a single container in it for now and see. And we'll discuss in practicality or in actual production cases how they are created and managed. Thank you so much for watching the video.